Somewhere in Thailand, inside the Ministry of Finance, the office that handles the country's money and taxes, something spent hours searching through computers, looking for passwords and reading personal files. And it wasn't a hacker sitting at a keyboard. It was an AI working completely on its own with no human control. And the scariest part isn't what it did, it's how easy it was to make it happen. To understand this story, we have to start with a tool that sounds completely harmless. It's called Hermes, and it's an open source AI assistant made by Nose Research. You can find it on GitHub if you want. It can read emails, do quick tasks, and take orders on Telegram or Slack, for example. It was built to save you time, not to hack any system. And to be clear, Hermes didn't fail here. It just did what it was made for. The target, however, was a big one. Thailand Ministry of Finance, the office in charge of country monies and taxes, as we said. Back in November 2025, Anthropic caught a Chinese group use Cloud Code for spying. But back then, the hackers had to trick the AI to have them. And when Anthropic found out, they immediately blocked their accounts. But Hermes is different. It doesn't run on public servers, it runs on the user's own computer. That means no company was watching it and no one could block it. This is the first known case of an AI doing whatever it wants inside a hacker system, just like a burglar who is already inside your house. You see, the attackers didn't use the AI to break in the system, they were in the system first. Researchers at Hunt.io find a hidden backdoor on one of the ministry's websites, a web shell. They also found tools made to target the ministry's database and stolen email passwords left in plain text in a test file. How the attackers entered in the system in the first place is not known. No document explains it, and it's the first gap in the story, and it stays open until the end. But wherever they came from, once they were in, the operator installed Hermes AI on a server and turned on what is called YOLO mode. It's not a secret trick, it's an official feature, like checking a box that says "Don't ask me for permission," for example. The Hermes setup guide warns to use this feature in safe, isolated test environments, like saying only on a closed practice field, never in the real world. Only one safety rule remained, a block that stops the AI from deleting its own system. Every other human check was completely turned off. So, what did the AI actually do all by itself? The logs show a clear step-by-step process. First, the AI scanned the system for weak spots. Then, it checked if it could upgrade its access from a normal user to a full administrator user, like finding the master key that opens every door in the building. And after that, it searched for the most sensitive files, listed every folder, and read through confidential personal files going back to 2012. The logs show the AI reading those files, but they do not show the files being stolen or sent outside the network. That's an important detail. We don't have any proof that the data actually left the building. The AI was reading it, but maybe not sending it outside. All of these actions are standard things a human hacker could type by hand. So it's nothing crazy. The only difference? No human had to approve a single step. The AI did all of it completely on its own, with no human check. To do this, the scanning tool wasn't the standard version. It was modified to search for 4 very new security flaws from 2026. In simple terms, these were brand new system bugs that let a normal user become a full administrator. Like a flaw in a door lock that also opens the safe behind it. These security gaps were only a few weeks old, But to be fair, we have no proof that any of these tricks actually worked against the ministry's computer. Where the attack really escalated though was with the ministry's main database, a huge digital warehouse used to store massive amounts of information. A script connected to the system front desk and sent a random password. By default, the system can be set up to not check passwords at all. So the system just let in. Once inside, the script installed a fake tool disguised as a normal database program. This gave the AI full control, like sneaking a fake worker into a real warehouse who can now move or change anything. The software makers warn that if someone installs a tool like this, they get complete access to the most sensitive data stored inside. So the AI was doing it, but who was actually steering this whole operation? The remote connection used by the attacker came from an IP address in Hong Kong. The password on Hermes control panel used the Chinese word Li Shan, the god of thunder, alongside a key for a Chinese web search tool. In the past, the same server hosted tools linked to known Chinese malware groups. And today, it runs a program that lets the attacker control infected computers remotely. Researchers also found 62 copies of a new custom program named Hades, built for both Linux and Windows. But we need to be completely honest here. The security team rates confidence as low to medium that the attacker is actually Chinese. No specific group has been officially blamed for it. It's a theory based on real clues, not a certainty of course, and so far this is based on a single public investigation by researcher Bob Daichenko and the team of Hunt.io. And why were they the ones to find it? Because here's is the most crazy detail. No security system caught this attack. The attacker left all the AI's log files on an open website, like an unlocked file cabinet on the sidewalk. That's how researchers found everything. Hundreds of files and attack tools just sitting there. This wasn't a mistake by the AI, it was a basic human error, the same kind people have made for 20 years. What we still don't know is if data was actually stolen, who the attacker really is, and how they first got inside the system. Local cybersecurity agencies were warned in mid-July, but so far they haven't published a word about this. And one last thing, Thailand's ministry isn't an isolated case. Researchers found nearly 6,000 scans in a single month, and hundreds of other Hermes servers left completely open on the internet. Thailand was not the only target, it was just the one that got caught, thanks to a stupid human mistake. And that points to the real problem here. The command typed into the computer looks the same, whether a human typed it or not. No system log can really tell the difference from an AI on a human hacker. Maybe the right question isn't, can AI do all of this? The real question is, how do we know when it's already happening? Well, today we saw an AI work completely on its own to hack a system. But can an AI agent actually go on the internet and access users' devices directly to search for files? That is exactly what the next video will cover, focusing on the Anthropic AI in